yet? Still should be tiny, Alex. I purposely have it so you guys don't hear the game audio yet. Because they're talking about some spoiler stuff. They're talking big spoilers. Yes, we got new hair. I tried to work on the model a little bit today. I got her hands done. I got her new hair. Yes. I read it actually again. Let me hit the BRB screen. So she asked to have an invite sent. Awa. Okay. Yee. I think it looks kind of like her, a little bit like her inspiration. Her inspiration. I had to re-weight paint it, sadly. It came weight painted, but I had to weight paint it myself anyways. Because I had the problem again. Hello! Hello, Goose. Hello, Goose. Hello, Goose. It's Cassidy. She's from the Church of Santarone. She's the one. She was the one. Yeah, she's the one who was in the wheelchair. Did you ever seen that screenshot? Her fucking sitting in the wheelchair, staring at the Aegis stairs. Hello. The cathedral is not disability accessible. I'm good. I gave her her new hair. Yeah. I still need to give her her actual outfit, but I can't find one yet. So this is what I got. It's fine. Big. I don't have mine either. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be big. I know somebody else has used it. Because I also recognized it. However, I tried to make it look different. Have either of you messaged Kralik as well? Ah, understood. I already know. Rock. Avian got sci-fi. He got fancy. This is true. Spicy space, spicy space, spicy space, spicy space. Because that's just the way that the booth model was set up that I used for the base. I have not edited the weight paint or the things. And yes, that is where the hair is from. I was trying not to say it specifically because I don't generally try to compare characters to other ones, but there you go. I know. Yes, it's the same hair. This is why I generally don't end up using the same assets as other people. It's okay. It's okay. I just know that that's why I generally don't. That's why I generally don't reuse assets from other characters. I thought it would be fine because it's from FT versus Metaverse, but there's not very many curly hair options.
Elizabeth and Cassidy, you guys had the necklaces, so you would immediately get a portal in front of you, as you as well. Anybody with a necklace that they've gotten from Michael before that has a wing pendant on it, no matter what color, a portal would appear in front of you when Michael tells you you're ready. You hear him in your head for a little bit, just for a moment, and a portal appears in front of you. You walk through it, holy in nature, obviously.
You just understand. I am a person who is very understanding of it, but generally speaking, is preferred not to compare role players' models to other people's models. Because some people get upset about it. I personally don't.
Once you get here, very holy in nature, obviously. What else would it fucking be? But as we walk out, that statue right there is not a Necron statue. Just in your head, heroic statue. Not a Necron. Don't worship Necrons. It's a little bit more busy than it used to be. There are going to be 2 pillars to the right and left. Those have 4 portals surrounding it specifically that people are walking in and out of. You'll see people.
And that's not just to use for fantasies. That's to everybody.
Guns and such. People in robes, walking back and forth, doing certain things, maintenance, that kind of stuff. Along with ships going through like larger portals here and there. It's very busy. People will look at you for a moment and then kind of continue on. No one's going to really bother you, and then we'll just move into the main area. Other than that, if you have any ill will towards Michael or any of the people here, in D&D terms, you will have half movement. As this being Michael's realm, it is going to weigh down upon you. That it's trying to pacify you, making sure
it's not a person.
Really cause too much damage.
I couldn't tell if that was a person or not.
Oh, what a shame! I was gonna kill you today.
Oh my fucking
So what buffs do I get for being a paladin of Michael?
Look, the assassination attempt will go to next time, okay? It's fine. Anyway.
Where's my triple speed?
Alright, but any comments, questions, concerns before we continue?
I have fucking PTSD for that.
Okay. No, we're good. I'm good.
Do I guess recordings and stuff work here?
So communication with the outside does not work. However, you can record whatever you like. There's nothing stopping that, but
I can't help it. I can't help it. I'm sorry.
But one of the biggest things is that if you at any point want to leave, you are allowed to leave. There's nothing stopping you. A portal will open and it will take you to the first place you think of.
I just love the fist bones, how they work. I need to edit them. I just haven't had time to yet.
Together, so you come to your own.
Also, look at my wings.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, she can't turn them on, so just assume that they're there. She hasn't been able to turn them off since, well, never since she's come back. You guys can go first, and we can pop in, so you guys can.
I love David.
So we've definitely had cuddle piles where we all just hug the wings, right?
Yes.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
Fluffy.
Please don't touch that. That's weird.
Fluffy.
That's kind of strange feeling. Please don't do this.
She's left us out of
I
the
need to get
fluff.
my voice.
How dare.
Oh, I forgot to get my voice mod set up.
No.
It's okay. She's just not gonna sound angry at all ever.
It's okay. It's okay.
Maybe. Let me see if it's not like
For the
it's over
cheesecake,
load.
what
Give me
the
just 1 second. So give them a second. I'm sorry.
Gift from God.
My high pitched voice again.
They're too wiggly.
I need. To
They're a
find
little
my
too
mod.
wiggly.
Oh my
They're
God.
both a little too wiggly, and they're
So sorry.
still interactive. And I generally try to not have
She's very
Booby to be interactive.
Fortunately, Alex is less energetic
Yes.
than he used to be, so I don't have to play him as high energy as I had to.
That's
Oh,
fair.
by the way, Cassidy made and brought cheesecake.
Cassidy. Oh
Fuck
my
yeah.
fucking god! Of course she did.
Cheesecake.
I want you guys to know
Cheesecake
this woman
therapy.
has been making too much cheesecake, so much so that the fathers have basically told her, "Hey, let's not." Or you have to find a new hobby, essentially.
So
And
she's
been making good.
she's making plushies, specifically squishmallows,
And selling them.
and selling them for charity. She's also selling the cheesecake for charity. All
I remember this
proceeds.
Christmas when they sound rich.
Oh my god. Okay, testing.
She lives with piety.
Audio sound okay? Same? Does it sound the
With
same?
piety.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Kitty that has
Sound out.
0 chill.
Echoey?
Very
Yeah.
echoey.
echoey, yeah.
Pog. Okay, good. Alright, we're good.
Okay, let's go.
And we walk through the portal.
Ooh.
I've been here once before. This is Michael's domain.
There's a lot of
Be
rocks.
alright here.
Are there always very much rocks? Or are there less rocks?
Usually,
I don't know, but it's
quite a bit of
positively
rocks.
brimming with energy.
That is true. It kind of is. It's kind of it's kind of a lot.
Feels kind of nice though. Not too bad. Ooh.
Oh,
Change.
there's a lot less rocks.
And
Oh my goodness!
Giant manta ray.
just trying to fall.
Alex, don't look down. Don't look down.
I
Alex,
didn't-
don't look
I
down.
did not
Don't
see-
look
I did
down.
not see- okay,
Don't
I'm
look down.
going.
Go, go, go. Don't look down.
I'm not afraid of heights. That's just a big. I didn't expect. I just didn't expect.
Oh my
I'm a little afraid of heights.
Anyone would.
Oh, don't worry, Cassidy. You're not gonna hit anything if you fall off.
Oh, that's
Ah,
more
So your
concerning.
death will be painless.
Anyways, cheesecake.
No.
Thank you for inviting us.
Oh,
It's
of
variety.
course.
So it's just a bunch of slices of other cheesecake.
Gotcha. Well, I will share this with anybody else.
If
that's
envy
here that
wasn't a
will interest in
sin, I would be really jealous that you're getting that cheesecake. But I know we'll get more at home.
You will. There's still a lot.
No, it's fine.
We have plenty
We,
at home.
we have way
don't
too
worry.
much. Trust us.
Yeah.
cheesecake. Okay, fair
The
enough.
It's-
fathers
We
have
really
it's-
have to stop her from
restrictions.
making
It's not that much. It's not that much.
It's a
2
little bit
fridges
of
is a lot,
problem.
Cassidy.
Cassidy,
Two. Holy
she
no,
sells them
Just
for charity.
cheesecakes. Yes.
I'm not eating all of them
Well,
anymore.
we're going to be meeting
Yeah,
in
look,
the
concerned if you did eat
central
them.
area over there. We're going to be meeting by the podium. Everybody else is already there. There are some people walking around, doing a lot. Just try not to bump into them or bother them with their work. They won't bother you.
Southern Cassidy? I mean, that's just Cassidy, but if I try to give her an accent,
Alex.
which to be fair,
I'm
kind of
sure
works.
they would be
I wouldn't
interested in
really
hearing your
think that she would have one,
well,
but it is something that works.
Cassidy and Elizabeth. I don't think
Cassidy, dee, 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 dee.
that much.
This is our brother, Avian.
Nice to meet you, Avian. I'm sure we have met before, but it's been, what, 2 years now?
Definitely have. He was on the.
Oh, I can see the cathedral from here.
Yeah, it's pretty quite.
Yeah, that's a voice for a different character.
I've forgotten a lot of names. Hell, I forget
It was a
names,
little
like,
hectic.
hours after I meet somebody, so.
She's always had a figure.
Wow, that's better attention than us.
Yeah,
He gets it for hours. I'm like a few minutes in, and I'm gone.
I wish I had an attention span.
By the way, do you remember why we're here?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was just for the cheesecake.
Oh yeah, me too.
I mean, we're good then. Mission complete.
Good job, Cassidy.
Nice.
I have variety cheesecake. Would anybody like a slice? Made by Cassidy.
Really, her hips are not much different. It's her boobies that got buff.
Pleasure to see you,
Hello.
Morgan.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
Good to see you again.
It's a pleasure to see you all.
What Liz said. Though I don't recognize all of you, it's nice to see you as well.
Yes, there's quite a few new faces, actually.
Yeah.
We
That
briefly
is-
met you
Other
on
than David, that's the only other person he has.
the battlefield in the wasteland.
David.
Mm-hmm.
Mr.
They were there. But to be fair, we don't remember everything about that because that was a lot. That was a lot that day.
Yeah.
A lot of repressed trauma.
Your barriers saved a couple of our compatriots when a bombing run went wrong.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Right.
Yeah.
I will
Here to
also
help.
have to thank you again, now that I'm actually able to see you again, for saving my life that day. I almost got cleaved in half.
Hey.
Okay. Well, most of you know why I gathered here. If you don't, well, we'll explain it again. There have been recent things going on with the Zaris group showing back up, at least to what we understand. There are two separate halves of them. Ones that like to call themselves the virtues, and the other the sins. I don't know too much about all of them. We only have a couple of names, but considering that everybody here has once dealt with them in some way, or more so, thought it would be good to spread whatever knowledge we have, share pointers, ideas, kind of get everybody's minds, going. I've already had a conversation with Elizabeth and Cassidy here, so.
Just to confirm, none of these have
Hope
any
that helps a little bit.
tangible connection to the ones of the hand that. The hand of Zaris themselves. Or am I mistaken? Everyone knows.
I mean,
I think.
even the lessers, the regular followers knew Flynn. He was pretty popular even before he became part of the hand. He was a part of the church beforehand.
Teachings.
Well, at least there's that. We know that none of his ilk is reportedly running this. But we do have these two that were still at large.
But like I did say, there have been a few people, or at least one that I've heard of so far, but I've heard that there have been a couple who have gotten those scraps of scriptures who have been attacked by holy light from them. So I don't know whether or not to believe what they say is true, or if some of them are just bad eggs.
If you have a copy of these scriptures or these papers, and you can get them safely to us, we would love to examine them. Perhaps one of our
You're welcome.
one of our brothers and sisters could find some answers.
I can say what I
Seems
learned
they're
about
identical.
the
Cassidy's archangel
specific magic
is
that Flynn was
Gabriel.
using originally. It was, if I recall, a very specific type of old magic that was hidden by the Vatican specifically. But
Alex's
technically,
is
like most old magics can be taught, so
Michael.
just because they're using it doesn't technically mean they're affiliated. Just
Because
that
why
they
is
found
the
the
joke
method.
of
Unfortunately, that
that
means
he's a
the Vatican
he's a
didn't
good
cover it all
bug.
up. But that's neither here nor there.
Hmm.
True enough.
On our
I
part,
don't
we've
happen to
been.
have any pieces right now. So if I come upon any, I will hand them over.
Of course. For our part, well, ever since the incident happened, the church has been keeping a close eye on the Czars and their followers. We know of some followers that are. We know some sects that have sprouted up nothing violent, just followers, people that worship them. But we don't know of anything tangible or nothing that's been threatening anyway.
General idea is to try and lead them back into the right path. Like you said, Flynn twisted a lot of stuff, so we're hoping we can re-guide those who've been misguided.
Without the use of violence, hopefully.
Exactly.
It's genuinely preferred.
Besides the one case that I know of them being attacked, not so much by any Czarist member, but by the piece of paper, there hasn't really been much else that I've heard of. Unless anybody else has
It's
heard
been
anything.
completely quiet in terms of attacks on my end too. Besides the one that you were talking about, there's been no other
And
attacks.
this one person, did they do anything to provoke an attack that you know of?
Ask questions about the faith.
That's not exactly provoking, I suppose. Just wanted to make sure they weren't, how do you say, poking at the lion?
Antagonistic.
Yes.
I have seen the Tsarist missionaries get accosted by individuals burned by Flynn. They did the approach of turn the other cheek. Literally. So,
Perhaps we can work with him, or at least speak with him. We'd be willing to do so if you're willing to. I'm sure they'd be more willing to talk to us than others, unfortunately, given their own beliefs.
True enough.
Despite how the
If
war
you want us
occurred,
to get
a
involved,
lot of
of
them did
course.
come from the church from the first place anyway, so they may
They're
feel a
just your
little more
people.
comfortable with us. Yes.
Well, I know a few people had questions for them. I know you were one of them. Did you have anything that you wanted to ask?
Yeah. So I'm sorry, but you are Faith, I presume? Or that's your name?
Yes.
Is that right? Okay.
I go by Elizabeth, but I did go by Faith, yes.
Okay, sorry. I'm dealing with kind
It's
of
alright.
old information, so
It's alright.
I guess as far as I was concerned, I was wondering where your stance is on, where you are with the hand. I mean, considering you're here now, I guess I can kind of see where you're at, but the information that I had...
I understand. I was misguided previously. I had lost memories after an incident that occurred. And I was gravely injured. I had lost my memories, and the hand utilized that to, utilize my abilities. For their own means. Well, Finn utilized them. As of now, I'm remembering, or have remembered, my past, my family, and my family have been helping me in my recovery. I will tell you, I have no love for Zaris or their followers. More pity than anything. I just want to see them, as I want to see all folks. I want to see them guided into a proper... that's wrong to say. You'll misunderstand me when I say guided into a proper light. I just want to see people kind to each other.
Okay. Yeah.
Like not in a religious way, but just in like a good faith kind of way.
But it would be nice, you know, if we could get them to, you know, understand
World
the light and all that.
peace.
One step at a time.
What I'm saying is I don't...
World peace. With a peace.
I'm sorry.
Of
No, I
cheesecake.
interrupted, please.
David, the two of the names that were with the ones that we have met, was that shared across the board?
So far, we have met a total of 5. Faith, no, sorry. Charity, pride, greed, sloth, and envy.
Well, this is going to be rather confusing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, then 6.
Especially if those Noel people who keep calling themselves the virtues get involved. That's gonna get super confusing real quick.
Yeah.
Or the sins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should deal with this quickly.
That's really, those are really specific names to use. And that's a little
I suppose they're
suspicious.
symbolic. I imagine they're symbolic, yes. Oh, sorry.
Their eye colors and outfits. The 7 virtues tend to wear white, and the 7 sins tend to wear black.
Yes.
So the one
Get on the nose.
that we see today, about yay high, white hairs, sort of like a school.
Cassidy,
from what I could see.
for lack of a better way of saying it, is kind of intended to be the metaverse reincarnation of Kari.
That would be envy.
So she's a character with a very similar personality.
That seems rather unhygienic.
That's why she uses healing water magic.
Green shirt. I believe
She's meant to be a character that's very similar. Kindred soul, yeah.
Ring any bells? That might just be me.
Green
That's
shirt,
all.
blue khaki pants, do not mind him, he is EMF.
Gotcha. Okay. I was taking note of all the new people that I was seeing today. I saw a individual with wings and a couple of their holy swords, and it just kind of.
Oh no.
I don't know what an HP is.
Just in case.
But my doctor said I got 80 of them
Just to be
bitches.
sure here, we're dealing with, like, regular people, or are we talking, like, other planar beings with these people?
Are they humans?
Have you looked?
Well, I imagine if they're Zaris.
They appear to be. But they our character specializes in stealth, and they saw through his cloak.
They saw through my cloak, as well as they saw through the cloak of some of my drones that were floating overhead that have been tailing.
Not so much isekai, but literally soul reincarnated.
While they were meeting with their
No memory of past life.
It seems that the sins, at least, have a ability to either use telepathic communication through short distances, because it seemed like they were having a conversation, but nothing was, their mouths weren't moving. And that's when one of them looked up at the drone that was from a good distance away watching them.
She's a very different
So they're
character, but has a
most
very
likely
similar personality.
Human, but have some sort of magic detection. Alright.
It would be a better idea to get our eyes on them, at least. Detect.
Mm-hmm.
Annie shared information the other night that apparently one of them was made of stone, which kind of tracks with what I had felt when one of them tried to hug me a while back. Their body felt
Made of
hardened.
stone.
Isn't that
Constructs?
Yeah, constructs.
Maybe.
Who made those ones specifically?
No, they did a lot of experimentation with them.
We don't know.
Especially
They
the
had Keeper's
melding.
constructs. Yes.
Yeah.
Just speak
The
up.
big ones
Then-
as well.
Something to say.
Sorry.
No, I was letting people finish. I was just letting know I have a thing to ask. Remember the individual that you saw me walking around with the staff looking for that can detect holy signatures? Did you come in through the park, like the forest? I mean.
At some point, I came into the park.
No, they were on the train
Use any magic.
with.
Oh, I didn't. We didn't portal in. We went through the train, both of us.
The reason why I'm asking is because that individual that can detect felt a burst of holy magic there, and it wasn't you, it wasn't him, and the only one who could detect was one of the 14.
Oh, wait.
That makes sense.
Do you remember when we were leaving, they said someone went missing? About the same time.
Someone went missing. I don't remember who.
I don't either. I just remember that they said someone was gone. Or that they went with them?
Oh, no.
Right.
Envy went with, Annie? The purple
Yeah.
lotus. They gave her a place to stay.
Right, that was it. Thank you.
Maybe they
And
used their
then I
magic
used
to
that opportunity
go?
to get scans.
What did she get?
She got that specifically. They don't appear to be human.
Oh,
They appear to be constructs.
then I guess I don't know.
Construct, some sort of homunculi, maybe.
Could also been the activation of a blessing or an artifact. I mean, some of ours kind of go wonky when you're searching for them when we activate them.
That's true.
VRCRP has a law against soapboxing and preaching. It would have been stopped from doing so. I was guessing it was slipping papers onto people. They have been seen at Orlando Saka, Lion Fork, Meatjack, the Kitsune Sisters Onsen at the Lotus Rites. I know their locations. Each time, individuals have been checking each other for paper. Sometimes they find something, sometimes they don't.
Mm-hmm.
That's good they check anyway.
I'm currently in possession of. Go ahead, Gilly. I'm currently in possession of one of the papers. Envy tried to communicate with me to set up a meeting with her sisters. It can also listen in on your conversations when you're not using it, so it's currently in a secure location. Mm-hmm. It's currently in a secure location where I'm monitoring it, or have personnel monitoring it, just to be safe that it doesn't listen in on anything. The scripture on it, from what I could make out, was "Be wise now would be king."
How do you know that they can hear you through the paper?
They confirmed it when we had our meeting with them later on that night.
Okay, perfect. I just wanted to know. Because it helps.
Why would they tell you something
Mm-hmm.
like that?
I mean, it's always possible it could be a bluff if they just said it, but you never know, so you should be careful in case it's not a bluff. Because, you don't want to actually say something and then they say, yeah.
I mean, I could always check the paper at some point to see if there's anything magical going on with it. It should be fairly easy to detect, but nothing else.
Hey, but the thing is, right, Roderick, when it had spoke to you, right, did you talk back to it, right? Did it ever respond? Because before they even announced... Yeah. Did they respond, though?
They responded back. It was them wanting. It was when they were wanting to set up the meeting, and they talked back to me.
Here.
Okay.
There was a warmth to it.
Fucking skirt. This is why I need to change the outfit out.
Their paper can do, multiple things. Of course, blow up, speak back and forth, two-way conversation. Who's to say that it can't just eavesdrop? We had a prior meeting before the meetup with all of them and the two little girls or whatever. And they Shit.
Yeah, the sides keep getting stuck.
Now you're
They
fucking me
can
over.
eavesdrop. They confirmed
Yes,
it.
so they could totally do it. Yes. So yeah, okay, right. They were having doubts.
They confirmed it to our faces during the meeting that they heard every word we said.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
Alright, continue.
Hello.
Myself and Schoon and a few others of the Vatican did extensive pour over the scriptures that Finn used to use in the past. Each one have different activation phrases based on what's written on them. So it's pretty likely that they may have multiple written onto the same page if they're doing multiple things at once. They activate very similarly to some of our blessings. If they're the same, that is. They could be completely different.
Keeping record of what is said and what the effect that you know of it would be good, so we can start cross-referencing.
Well, the one that Luger just walked by was what? I would crash thee with a rod of iron or something like that.
Finn specifically had one for sublimation, one for destruction, one for attacking. There were several different ones that he used, but he used single lines for those. But he did have one that was several complex. I remember him writing it on the walls in the paper palace when I was trapped there. It could do a lot of things. So it's definitely possible. Remembering what's on those papers is probably going to help you figure them out.
If you wish to come and take a look at it, I can arrange an observation and analysis of it. I just wish to keep it within that location for monitoring. Yes, Lynn?
Just to, give you some more, piece to our meeting and to prove that they're kind of, seemingly not good. They had stated that they had no ill intent, yet during our meeting, they had blown up one of the pieces of paper in which Roderick had received the text of that. And a few other things that they were attempting to do during the meeting was to provoke and rile up both David and Roderick here. They were trying to get... Sorry, go for it.
Have the virtues and the sins, have they ever been together? Has this charity ever been within envy?
According to a conversation I had heard that Higgs had been providing the charity at the Misty Lotus charity, and the others are sisters. She referred to them as, I believe. And at the time, she explained she had not seen them for months. However, yes, according to her, they had been together before.
Months.
They were apparently all together at Mount Celeste in the floating city when it collapsed into the ravine. Every time we've talked with one of them, they've confirmed it.
Wait, they were there during the destruction.
That is what they've stated. They've stated that they were there and that they came out of the rubble. Though they don't have any recollection of... Yeah. The ravine, where it collapsed into the ravine and they came out of it, they confirmed that they apparently have no recollection of their age or their name, and that their names were given. Likely by whoever is their master or their head priest.
So what are they just like?
They are inviting people out towards the area to listen to sermons. I do not know of anyone going out yet. We've been paranoid, so we've been stopping people.
Suppose I'll have to see about an invitation.
Some of the speculations I have in my mind, we can't speak here, unfortunately.
When I spoke with humility at the Orlando Soccer, I mentioned knowing envy in the others, and the response I received was good. They were still doing what they were told to do. I'm not sure what the orders were, but Envy called himself a missionary. The others have not referred to themselves as such, that I've encountered.
It makes sense. They're doing
Charity,
the
I
job
think-
of a missionary.
Charity referred to being a cleric or a cleric in training, if I recall.
Well, which one was
Cleric
that
is a
the meat left?
warrior. In a way.
Envy.
Isn't it envy?
Wasn't
Necessarily, I
that the one
suppose,
who
could be a
opened up the
healer.
paper?
Yes, that was the one that caused the exit situation.
Right.
From the trend that I'm noticing, the sins seem to be the ones meeting in person, but the virtues have not met the sins in a while, it seems.
Probably that two-way connection talk.
Yes. This is roleplay. Hello.
The question is if the sins are the only ones that are able to communicate telepathically from short distance, or if all of them share it.
Bro, I wouldn't even say short distance, man. I mean, they didn't even have to be at the Lotus to talk to you. Alright. So.
Yeah, but that was through the paper.
It's a
Yeah,
good
that's what the
assumption to
paper
assume
proposed to
that
say.
whether they're
Fair.
inherent beings or constructs, they have some sort of powers, all of them, in some more
After
fashion.
meeting the first, after I met Envy, the rest knew who I was. And would actually seek me out if they found
They
me in
definitely
the
are.
entrance.
They're not the hive mind, if that's what you're trying to get at least as far as I'm aware. They don't pose any form of that.
The only reason they just started it back up again.
The sins that would seek me out. The virtues did not fade.
Hello, sir.
Seem almost just wandering.
Technically, there's been one character from it that has been
Sins interacted.
ever around, and
Maybe the virtues of
the Church of St. Jerome kids have been around sometimes,
whoever's
very rarely,
in charge of
mostly
them.
Liz.
I think the important thing would be to find whoever's leading this group. If it is one of the virtues or sins or another individual. That's probably the
Maybe
best
we're
bet.
trying to attend this sermon.
We'd be willing to volunteer if that's the case, but we don't know where it is. So we'll have to see if we can catch up with him at some point.
If it's not us,
I can
and
try
you
and,
go, just be mindful if you're listening to some of those sermons. I would prepare your mind before you enter. Just in case, not saying they're doing anything bad, but I have seen it firsthand, and
It's always
Yeah,
good to
just
be
to be sure.
careful. You know, cautiously
What they
optimistic.
did.
But the cautious part is supposed to be there. The optimistic comes after the cautious.
I do have Faith's contact information, so if I do see one of them, I can notify you if you want to make that attempt. Or, sorry, Elizabeth.
Yes, please do so. No, that's not what I... yes, please do so.
But do please call her Elizabeth. That's her name.
Yes.
Could I get the four of your names, like actual names? Because I
Oh,
think I only
sorry,
know
we
five,
didn't
whatever.
No, you're right, we didn't introduce
No, you're all
ourselves.
I'm Avian.
Avian, yeah.
Elizabeth.
Hi, my name is Cassidy.
Cassidy.
I'm Alexander. You can call me Alex.
Nice to meet you, all of you. I'm Wayne, so just to have that out there.
I think you've seen me around before. A while ago. For
Yeah,
wartime.
quite some time ago. Yeah.
And the rest of you? I realize I didn't get the
I'm
other
Roger.
names.
Red.
Michael, I think I need to say that.
Sure.
Delvere.
David.
Nice to meet you, Dave.
Pleasure to meet you all.
We're all introduced. Now we can all be friendly and cordial.
Or at least have
We've been
the
trying to.
one or the other.
You're going to get.
Oh, I'm taking a slice of that cheesecake there.
Of the situation politically.
Variety. So
The council at the current moment views them
I had
as
water and food.
some type of
I had some
copycat
pizza
of
today.
nuts. Doing any
That's probably for the
investigation or anything
best.
in the
And I'll probably have a snack after stream.
further notice.
A little one.
That's probably for the best, admittedly. That means there are not a lot of people that'll interfere. Hopefully.
Considering how things were on the ground last time, I'd rather they make it as least public as possible. I remember how panicked the populace was before.
That's the problem. We kept it quiet and then, mentioning that they were worshipping Zaras at the streets at the meat rack spread like wildfire.
You got everyone on edge very quickly.
I would assume as soon as the general public is fully aware of it, once this becomes extremely public knowledge, there could be a lot of outrage. And a lot of fear.
I would expect some riots, yeah.
They'll be in danger if we don't distinguish whether they are what their intentions are.
That's why it's really, really important we gather information now, so that way we can figure out if they're just weird or scary.
Yep, whole point of this meeting.
Mm.
So,
That's my thing.
just to gather some
We are friends now. We are going to get soft tacos later, made out of cheesecake. Cheesecake tacos.
Thing beforehand, then why do that to them in the first place?
That and the
Unless they
provoking
did
of
do
both
something that they're not
David and
telling us.
Roderick. Yes,
Exactly.
and
That as
it
well.
being persistent.
Another thing I
So,
want to note is when you guys went to go do that conversation, and I was on the rooftop, I noticed that it's the same building that housed the glass banner that they stolen.
Wait, what? Can you repeat that?
they
The
went to
building where
glass
they had
banner.
their meeting, it was the building that held the glass banner that they stolen.
Wait, when was this?
This was at the current meeting with Roderick and I. And
The building's been since abandoned, it seems. I guess after the fight. After the banner, it's just not been
Right, it's not
re-renovated.
Nobody's been taking care of the building. Yeah, I remember walking through there. It was in disrepair already, anyways.
yeah. So I don't know.
I had David ask for the relevance of the building and why the meeting was there. They stated it was a coincidence of them being there.
Yeet.
Somehow I doubt that.
Yeah, coincidence.
I do have an open line of communication with one of them. Gave them a data pad if they wanted to
This one.
talk.
Yes.
For future, I guess you could say, discussions or negotiations.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
So it is a
Well,
route
only-
we could pursue.
Yeah, only thing about that, Roderick, right, is I wonder, shit, man, I'm not too familiar with magic, right? But would it be possible to say, have like I don't know, a phone or something to fucking put it up to the fucking paper, you know, and try and talk through that instead of rather talking to a bomb point blank, or a possible bomb, that is. Because
I mean,
you
yeah.
know,
I mean, I could literally just have a
unless you could do like magical
drone walk
barriers
in.
as well,
It's just-
or some
I
shit.
mean,
I don't know.
yeah.
The paper itself is just hearing the sound. It's not. It doesn't have to specifically be from the person. At least I
Yeah.
don't imagine it would be that complex.
It
If
depends on the
we
blessing,
use
actually.
communicate.
Blessings, at least if they work like our blessings, can be very specific or very vague. It depends on the angel that imbued it.
Yeah. So
If they're using the same ones that Flynn did.
yeah.
So, like, if it was a one from Fanuel, it would require actual speech because it hears the truth in things. It depends.
Yeah.
What does that
So
mean for
if
synthetic
that's the
speaking into
case,
it?
we should totally try not talking point blank with a possible bomb.
Oh, I was,
and then
I
if
wasn't
You
nothing
could
talking
just
about-
yell at it from really far away.
Yeah.
Like, put it on the ground and then run over here and then just yell at it.
I mean,
I was
as
gonna
long
have a
as you're a good
drone
distance away.
transmit my speech.
You know, yeah, that's
So,
maybe. Either or.
Is there
I
any
mean,
other-
Fuck it. A bomb's a bomb. Pretty scary. Sorry, continue?
is there any other information to be given?
Other than the
Not that I can think
names,
of at the moment.
So did you recognize any of those names by any chance? Sorry about that. That's
The names, the virtues and vices?
Yeah, the
More so
Not
general
outside of.
sins.
I can send you a
Yes,
photo
we
as
know
well
of
what they
the
look like.
virtues and the vices, but not
yeah. I just meant if it
I
had any
didn't.
relevance to the hand, is what I meant, or whatever.
No, unfortunately, I nothing recognizable, and I don't recognize the big picture either. Otherwise,
I also find it probably a little difficult that in the area that the Lotus and people are around, Zafira, you've had several people try and go by names in regard to the sin, or may even be aspects themselves, so it gets a little convoluted on who works for who.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not
Alright,
playing.
well, I mean,
but
I've pretty
no,
much-
it's a good question to ask.
Yeah.
I've
I did have one more question myself. For Michael, did you happen to see them yourself? Did you gauge any trueness from them? Were they truly human? Did they have an essence to them, holy or demonic?
From what I know, Envy, who I believe was sleeping on the bench, left a very potent, magical, holy, scent trail, so to speak.
Holy.
So.
Okay, thank you.
I myself haven't looked at them too hard at the moment, as I've never been close or around enough to be able to get a good look. They're always just out of my vision or just out of reach at the time being, and then when I go to look for them, they're gone. Like today, Envy was deep in the water at Misty Shores when I was going to look for her. I couldn't exactly follow her.
I tried searching
Do
the
you
water as
think-
well, and she was gone.
Do you think that these councilmen would be opposed to our church walking around and asking questions? We don't want to be somewhere we're not allowed.
Bigger fish to fry at the moment. So let them fall.
Understood. Perhaps we'll go to. Where did you say they were frequenting? The Lotus, this meat rack place?
Yes, I suggest
Meat rack.
I will let them know.
The
When we
waterfront
leave
district
here,
is
I'll
probably a
give
good
you
place
my
to start.
contact information. I'll get you in touch with Meatback personnel, so they're aware if you want to stop by.
If we also let
let
the Cardinal
Sachi
know, I
about
think
our
they have a
meeting
line
tonight.
too. Just to make sure we're, cleared to go. And we don't get any political backlash like last time.
Well, yeah. When you talk to the father and the cardinal.
Sitting on my mind due to the
You
fact
concerned
that,
individuals, I just don't suggest mentioning that you are Church of St. Jerome publicly. A lot of people do not remember what that is. So,
But even so.
I personally do have one question for Elizabeth, if you let me ask. When you were with them, or, when they had tried to indoctrinate you, are you aware of any possible installations, locations that they've had that might have gone dormant, maybe haven't been cleared out yet by the church or any authorities?
We were very thorough in trying to clear those out. I can check our records, what I recall. But that will take a bit of time. There was many places that we went.
Got it.
There are also a few
I'm
locations
just-
that are still on lockdown, so it's kind of debatable what we can even tell you on that front.
That's understandable. I'm just more concerned that any locations that haven't been cleared out or may have been forgotten, that they might be using them as a hideout or reactivating them. So I wanted to ask you if there were any possible locations and search them for anything valuable in terms of intel-wise.
There was a few. I'll check our records and ask if they've been cleared out yet.
Thank you. I'd appreciate it.
So you were
Even if they have been cleared out, it's
It was a necromancer that took over the knights and gargoyles and used them as his own units.
Excuse me?
Yes, and he also turned some of those old fortifications into hives. I am in contact with some of his superiors. I might check that avenue as well. See if they had anything on their radar.
Who?
There were
Why? Why?
Gregor, he's gone now.
He saw that in the wasteland there were a bunch of abandoned constructs that were catatonic of gargoyles and knights, and he saw them as basically free units to infect and control.
Seems I'm going to have to clear some things out then.
Considering their creation was used by a rare form of necromancy, it probably wasn't that hard to reactivate them, unfortunately.
They weren't
I suppose I have a job to do.
They were husks piloted by organic
Regardless,
Plague.
such things are just dangerous
They are
and
disposed of.
detrimental.
Plague Method is gone now. However, they might have had plans for establishing other hives and such. That's why
Like I said, we haven't gotten to every area, I don't think. But
If you can, Elizabeth, please keep me updated on anything that you find or get into. And on a unrelated note, and this is just a question that I have, what happened to the glass banner?
I believe that's under storage.
Of course.
It's being kept secure by the Vatican. I gave it to
I
them.
simply ask
That's good to hear.
because I don't find it, that coincidence of them going there wasn't more of a ploy on maybe trying to find out where it is, along with the bells, which I'm sure are also under lock and key somewhere.
Anything we recovered, we made sure was given to the proper authorities. And they're under lock and key. I won't say more, unfortunately. I trust this group of individuals, but
We
All
understand.
good. It happens.
then in that case, I suppose we have to talk plans. I suppose we'll be walking around Zafira a bit, see if we can't catch a glimpse of these. And you said Orlando Saka? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll make our
You can
rounds
ask
there,
Steam to
see if
pull
we
out those old
can...
books too. The ones that you were
See if we
translating
can get-
before, they may be useful.
We'll get permissions and we'll see about those locations as well as confirmation that the artifacts are secured.
If you
Maybe
want to-
tripling of guard or something, I don't know. It sounds like something that would be good to do. Like more guards,
We'll request
more
it.
traps, more protections, more everything. More
I'm down,
cheese.
Cassidy. That stuff is still way above our pay grade.
Don't need more cheese.
We can make requests. It's okay.
If
I
you-
got
Sorry,
one more
yes.
thought.
Get the CIA,
Go ahead.
the FBI.
Alexander, was it?
I don't think
Alexander.
either of them care too much about it.
Alex.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hi. Okay. So you were talking about possibly cross-referencing say the papers.
The
and whatnot.
FBI,
Is that
the
is it possible for
GEI.
you to, share that with anyone else? The writing and whatnot, so we can.
No, not at
I
all.
probably assume not. Okay.
No, the records are... The only reason they got unsealed for us was because we were connected to the situation at hand. And even then, we were put on a specific hush order on the actual documentation. So we can cross-reference them, but we can't give them out.
Okay. Do you have to be a part of? I don't entirely know what you guys are a part of, but said group. to get that information?
You have to be
Is there a
a
way
member
for
of
us-
the Holy
request?
See and also be trusted with a certain rank. So
Okay, never
we were
mind.
fortunate enough to
Never
have the
mind.
Cardinal open the records for us.
Churches are
Okay.
very,
Yeah,
very
yeah,
close knit.
Also, just so you're aware, we're part
You're
of the
able to
Church of St. Jerome. Just so that's like
That one.
on the
Yes,
table,
sorry,
really,
it's,
if you can remember.
of course.
Yeah,
Okay,
maybe
well,
start getting that
you're
out
able
there.
to share any form of information, I guess, just about,
We will share
paperwork
whatever
and
information we are
officials,
able to do so.
Yeah. I'd
If
appreciate it,
you
thanks.
would like to give it a go at talking with one of the sins directly, or I guess reference the parchment, Elizabeth can get in contact with me and David and Wayne can probably discuss what we can arrange.
It's
I'll
probably
leave that
best if we
to
meet them
Elizabeth.
naturally.
Hmm.
It's less pressure if they think that we're not all crowding them. If they think we're just interested
Gotcha.
individuals, then we might have a better chance at speaking with them honestly.
Understood.
And,
The offer still stands for them in the papers.
That being said, given our association with Zaris in the past and, well, our run-ins with them, it would be greatly appreciated, and I know I can't ask everyone, but if you'd kept those connections away from them and as quiet as possible. It's been a while since I've shown my face, and not many people know who I am. It would be appreciative for this investigation if people didn't know our connections necessarily. Might make this easier. If they think we're trying to hurt them, they might not be so willing to speak with us. Even though we don't
Understood.
wish them harm necessarily.
Yeah, I'd say we're all good on keeping that.
I
So-
believe the only people I've told so far, and sort of, is everybody in this room. The only people that I've told so far. No.
As far as I know, you
appreciate
are,
it.
or as far as in public, you are just a knight that I know by the name of Elizabeth.
I have an easy
You're a knight
solution
now.
to this.
That's cool.
No, I have an easy solution here. Take my card. Let me know when you go by Mithrak. I have a simple solution for this. You come by Mithrak and you let me know beforehand. Come with me, I have to let Hamsky know I'm there anyways. It will just be the entourage of a councilman. Security or what have you, whatever bullshit they'll believe. It works.
That or I could go there as a wandering peddler
So funny.
Something.
of cheese.
Yeah, you
They
have the
might-
wandering peddler vibes.
Yeah,
Perhaps we'll
I'm
Well, this
That
is
mysterious.
wasn't a compliment,
So we get there.
Cassidy.
I can plan like a hide.
Maybe a little abrasive.
But dividing and conquer would probably be for the best, considering
I mean, I'm
it'd be
standing
less
right here.
intimidating if all four of us, or if only one or two of us came to them at a time.
Teams.
So you're
Teams.
saying
Teams.
We'll just
Teams.
can
Teams.
go
Teams.
to the Lotus?
No, I'm well
Teams,
aware.
teams,
I'm
teams,
well
teams,
aware
I mean, I
that a lot of people
suppose.
are fucking idiots in the
Buddy
argument.
Oh, I'm
system.
gonna go mess with Sachi.
A small suggestion. That I have.
I'm gonna go poke him.
That I thought of.
Poke him right in the face.
Possibly.
Buddy system. Buddy
Obviously,
system.
most of us have already given out contact.
What are you buying? What are you selling?
Maybe a group chat of some sort. A way so everybody can keep in contact in one place. So when some information is shared, it is everybody in the in this room right now gets it. And if necessary, and it only needs to go to one person, you can send it to that person specifically. But for things that require a
We
push
can do a
send,
group chat.
I've always wanted to
Yes, we
be part of
can
a
set up a group
group
chat.
text
Do
chat.
you-
It's fine.
Do you guys actually still have your phones? I know Avi and I do, but both of you have always been bad about it.
gonna-
I have it.
Yes, I have my phone.
I use it to look up like these comics I found.
We're still in earshot of Michael. Michael does the same shit.
You looking at weird stuff again?
Me and Red
No.
already set up the encryptions for that.
Well, that depends on what you mean by weird.
I'm not gonna hit on him forever. I'm gonna leave him alone.
Personified cheesecake.
Just the same thing.
That'll be our
Half joking. It's fine.
that'll be our way to
I know-
handle
I
this
know-
or help.
I know.
If we get any information, we'll spread
We'll
it
no
around.
longer dab up your ghost
I'll have to speak to the father and make sure that we're cleared to work here. but I think we'll be fine.
Lamboyo? Rope? Bombs? You want it? It's yours, my friend. As long as you have the enough rubies.
Have it all in one location.
Yes.
Cheesecake? Squishmallows? Treats? You want it? It's yours, my friend. As long as you have enough rubies.
Much
More
stuff.
information. the better.
So,
Yes.
Definitely.
I would say.
And having it all in one central location would probably be best as well, so that we can easily access it.
any other questions from anyone?
I do have one final question.
Red.
For you, Faith, or to you four. My information about SARS is fairly out of date. But do you guys know who survived out of the hand?
There's two at large. The assassin and the huntswoman. They're still both at large. We don't know where they are. We've been looking for them ever since.
Mm.
They were very injured, but it's been a year and a half now.
Nathan's protege,
Alex, a few months
Yeah.
ago.
I was gonna say
Very
there's
Nathan's
several
arm.
people.
I was about to ask.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
It was
Fake Alex.
Protege
They
is still alive.
encountered fake Alex.
Oh,
I've
them. They weren't necessarily part of the hand. They were They were Nathan's apprentice. When he died, I suppose he ran off. He hasn't exactly been on our radar immediately.
It was him, threatening us. Once one of our threats is gone, he was going to kill us all.
two.
And he's been missing for about 5 to 6 months now.
In his somewhat defense, he's a lot more tolerable than the hand was. He seems to stick by a specific ideology that the weak don't deserve to be punished in any way or attacked, and deserve to be protected regardless of race.
That's fine, but regardless, he has done acts against. If he is found, please. There is a warrant out for his arrest.
The papal
A
guard had
bounty,
been
so to
searching for
speak.
him.
We will need to bring him in. Not necessarily to kill him, but to face judgment. To face a trial.
Understood.
Generally speaking, whether they're hand or not, if anyone mentions the Glass City, you shouldn't trust them. If they've seen that, they're probably too far gone.
I've seen it.
And he was very much
That was the Huntress.
indoctrinated when I saw him last.
Slap you.
Who you are now, too far gone, you're with us now.
Or well,
Oh, yeah, right.
so the Huntress
Listen, I saw
is
a lot
not
during
dead.
old
The
days.
Huntress
I
was one of the ones who
very
tortured her.
different
The other one, the female, I don't remember her name
Right.
right off the top of my head. She is still alive.
situation, but
However,
other questions?
she is not an issue
None for now.
currently.
Thank you for having us be part of this meeting.
Of
Yeah.
course.
We'll add this to the list of other contracts we gotta do in the city now. Woo!
I think we'll have to put this a little bit higher on the tier.
Once we get
Considering its importance.
approval.
I was
Of
hoping
course.
to hunt more of those blink hounds, but fine.
Cheesecake's on the
I still want to.
How many flavors?
We can do that.
We will need to
We'll
find
have time.
one.
I have to practice my bubble more.
Every slice is a different.
It's getting way better.
You do. You're getting really good. You're getting really good. Alright, I guess we're free to leave?
I would like
I
to
suppose so.
it with you after this. if
Um,
possible.
Michael,
Mhm.
I forget, how do we leave this establishment?
Oh, you can just leave
Establishment.
whenever you want. Simply think of a place that you'd like to go, and a portal will open there, and you can step through.
Can we click?
Thank you.
Oh my gosh!
There he goes.
I want to click me.
Just like that.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
Thank you.
I pulled a no place like home. I did what I had to.
I did what I had to do to survive.
What the fuck? What the wait, did he leave already? Shit. So do you oh no.
No, I'm
Do you guys wanna do an after scene?
I'm okay with that.
Because we have to should probably talk. You dead?
I'm good.
I'm
dead?
okay with that. I'm okay with that. I just want to sit.
Oh, okay. All
Because
right. I
my
thought you
knees
said.
hurt.
I was like, oh, yeah, it's fine. All right.
That's my only
Let
requirement.
me get a world. Hold on. Yeah, let me get a world. Set up. Okay, let's see.
need to sit down.
World. Which world are we using?
My
Let's
fucking
see.
knees hurt.
Worlds.
Bro.
Favorite worlds. Let's see.
Been standing too long.
Training. Oh wait, I actually have the old map, but I don't think it's I think it's garbage still. Let me see.
Oh, it absolutely is, but we can still use it.
Yeah, we can still use it. We just need a backdrop. There we go. New instance.
Backdrop acquired.
There you go. Drop portal. Yeet.
Mama. 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 Oh, I hope I get a chance to go to PL. I do hope I do. I mean, I'll just slap myself in.
I forgot how loud this or how quick this shit is.
Oh my goodness.
That's because it's a video game map.
Yeah, and they just made it super fast. Super fast. Where's Lulu? It's loading. He's loading. Loading. I realized, by the way, Robo, this is PL acceptable. I can walk into PL with this thing.
Yeah, I purposefully made it PL acceptable.
Yeah. It's so good.
I was just over
Hi.
here loading into my model.
Okay, let's go over here. There we go.
Can't reach it.
This works.
Oh my god.
Don't go down there.
I just wanted to look.
You'll fall to your doom. What are you doing?
Booby lady, sorry.
Booby lady? Oh my fucking god. Anyway.
I'm gay!
Sin!
I'm gay!
God.
Mushroom dance. Mushroom dance.
Anyway. Alright, ready?
So that,
2.
was a thing that we just did.
Yep, that happened.
So, your thoughts then? I think we have similar ones. They seem like they're constructs, perhaps from the action that became unbrainwashed, so to speak, after everything happened.
Possible.
They were getting pretty complex at making their constructs towards the end there. It wouldn't surprise me if they were given a directive as opposed to just an order like the old ones. Maybe they got stuck with that directive and that's why they're acting like missionaries. But without the lead anymore, they just kind of doing it.
Like the lead was Finn, but he's not there anymore. But wouldn't the constructs be destroyed once the caster is done? Unless it was one of the hands that are at large.
It could also be that if it's like, you know how some artifacts have blessings that last on them after the person passes? The blessing's already been placed upon the object. So maybe it lasted even afterwards.
Perhaps they have a writ on them, a scripture on them, written into the very stone, if they are stone.
Or if they're complex constructs, it could be even... I mean, inside them could just be words. We don't know.
No idea.
They could be just super complex scripture constructs. I mean, he made the paper palace before, and that was already pretty advanced.
I mean, there's also always the possibility that some of them are just people. Maybe they don't have very much memories.
But they all look the same. It's strange they all look the same, right?
A little bit, but...
I would think they'd be some...
Maybe like a clone or something?
What, identical
Yes.
siblings?
Yeah.
I don't think
It's
that's
just,
very possible.
it's just identical quintuplets.
That would be septuplets, and that would have to be two different sets.
Double
And
septuplets.
they're
But they
still
all look the
identical.
same, so it'd be 2 sets of twins. Yes.
Yeah.
The same twins. That's a lot of
Dang.
children for a woman to
I
bear.
feel really bad for that lady. That's a lot to
Hoping
grow in the
for her
cabbage
sake,
farm.
It's actually just. I assume it's just. Like I said, they were created somehow.
Possible.
They were getting. They used to. I mean, to be fair, he was. Had those other followers wrapped in rags. You never saw their faces.
They did only mention that one was stone, though. So maybe they're
Possible, I
differently
guess, that some
constructed.
of them are in stone.
Well, if
It make
they
more
are
sense if there's
constructs made
actually.
of scripture, then every specific line written on it that was different would change it slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Because every different scripture writing had a different effect. So if one is stone, then it's stone because it was written into their scripture. If they are constructs made of scripture.
This is strange.
It's all
Possibility,
strange.
but I'm going to say it. Well, it's a strange possibility. If we're going by maybe both, if we prove that maybe the sin or the connected virtue or vice are connected in some way, maybe one of them's a construct and one of them isn't.
Maybe.
Perhaps charity and greed are one of them's a construct, one of them's a person. It makes sense that there's 7 twins rather than 14. I could see 7 children being born rather than 14. It might have even been some kind of miracle.
Well, and there's
I thought
also
it was a good omen.
There's also always the possibility that something that happened to them or something that they did changed how they look.
Like being indoctrinated by Zaris itself.
Mm-hmm.
Going to see them.
Or having a powerful illusion cast on you by a really powerful illusionist who they definitely had with them.
Mm-hmm.
But that illusionist is currently
still alive.
Technically, yes. True,
Memories
they
are
didn't
not,
die, but
if that's what it was, then it would have stayed, technically. Whatever it is,
we'll
we
need
could
to
at least
warn
rule out
those.
that they're not demons. If they're giving off holy energy, then they must be affected by something to do with what the hand was performing.
We'll have to get an eye on them. Observe them ourselves. Because I'll go to this meat rack at some point. Maybe not tomorrow, but probably in a few days once we've figured out if we're allowed to.
They could pop up in other locations. It might not be a bad idea to go to some of the other
Spread
places
around?
that are around. I know there's a few different places that pop up. I mean, obviously the Lotus, but then there's also some cafes in town that are new. There's the Misty
Orlando
Shore
Saka.
group, Orlando Saka, and this meat rack. There's a bunch of places they could be and have been from the sounds of it. We just kind of gotta spread out and see what we can find.
Definitely. Try to go with someone, but if you have to, go alone.
Buddy system.
Just make sure you're safe.
Buddy system.
When somebody gets left alone, then that's when you get me and Avian. And that was not pleasant.
Technically,
Not
we're
really, no.
always buddies, at least some of us. Because, I mean, Michael's always with me, so I've got buddies always.
You know,
Technically, we do always have our faith. But physical buddy. So you don't end
If
up
I get captured,
brain tortured.
if I get captured, I know that there's cheesecake therapy. It's fine.
I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to make that much cheesecake anymore.
We're being squished. We're being squished. They're killing us. Oh no, Cassidy, this isn't fair. Why are you so tall? Why am I still so short?
Why am I still so short?
I'm sure you'll get your growth spurt eventually.
Probably
and
because
I've
all the
kind of had
cheesecake
a-
you eat.
No,
To be fair,
that's
I've
plenty of
kind
milk.
of
That's
had a,
plenty of milk. Milk is supposed to make you bigger. It's supposed to make you strong.
Do you eat
It's
your
supposed
vegetables, though?
Yes, I
I
eat
think
broccoli.
it's okay, but maybe all the cheesecake and the extra sugar is kind of stunting your growth.
No.
Oh god, it's the cheesecake. Oh god, it was the cheesecake all along. Cassidy, why would you do this?
Cassidy, no,
Give me the cheesecake. The cheesecake wouldn't do this to us. I can't believe that. I can't believe it. The cheesecake wouldn't do this.
I'm sorry.
The cheesecake wouldn't do this to me.
Get to Alien's height.
I know the cheesecake
Then
wouldn't.
he can stop poking fun at me for being shorter than him. Don't get me way content.
I have done no such thing.
I've always been smaller than the rest of
very
you.
short.
That's just how I've been. I've always been tiny.
Listen, it's not us that's tiny, it's them that's big.
Exactly.
We're normal.
We're normal.
I am rather tall, yes.
We're normal.
Normal squad.
Normal squad. Normal size. Don't do that. You're gonna hurt your knees.
You're patronizing us right now. I don't like this.
I'm sorry. I'm trying not to.
Let's get some heels.
I'm
watching
trying to be helpful.
Get some like heeled boots and like platform.
We're gonna spar tomorrow, and I'm gonna beat your butt.
I
know that's not true because you're still way better with a sword than me, but that's besides the point. I'm gonna give you a run for your money, no doubt.
Yes, but you could still beat me with magic.
Well,
You could definitely beat me with magic.
I'm getting better. I can still Tetris people. Did you know that we fought some creatures a few weeks back? It was a whole thing. I don't think we made a report. Oh my god, we forgot to make a report!
Father's gonna be upset with you about that.
Oh no. 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 Oh no.
You need to fill in the father.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Is there anything else before I
No, I think just do the report, and I'm sure you won't get yelled at quite as loud.
Oh, true. We were
If they yell at us.
collecting further evidence.
Exactly.
I'll speak to
If
the
they
father
yell at us,
about our
they'll yell at
assignments.
both of us.
Yeah. Teamwork. Let's go.
Okay, teamwork, work the dream work.
God, I love these wholesome dweebs.
They're just so wholesome. They're a wholesome family.
Group hug.
Yeah. Just like, oh, these poor
Little
little
fucking
brains just dead.
All the trauma in this group of happiness is a lot.
Look,
We're doing our best.
we have a better, more healthy relation or family dynamic than half the people in the metaverse. I think we're okay.
We're good.
Yeah, we're doing good.
We're
We're
safe.
doing pretty damn good.
Speaking of terrible family
went to
dynamics.
therapy. Oh, we doing it? Let's go! Time to
Oh my god, I'm so big. Oh no.
Oh my god, I'm so short!
Little tiny, small, little tiny, small, so small.
Oh, by the way, when Cassidy was having like problems, I was like, she was just like, I need to hug her. She's pacing and nervous and
All right,
frantic.
yeah, terrible family dynamics, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
All right, I haven't messaged you yet, but Cord was gonna tell Lucian that there's a person she wants him to meet,
Nice. Oh, don't worry.
and that they're a
We have plans
fish
for
person.
fish person?
They're a fish person.
It's an officially.
Don't worry, me and your aunt have plans.
Smile. It's an official solution. Alright, who am I requesting off of? We request off of... Yeah, no Sizzle. Sizzle.
This is just Sizzle.
The sound that bacon makes.
That's because they're just as tasty as bacon.
Yum. Oh wait, I need to be in my work clothes. Probably
I want to change into my Halloween costume after a very specific thing happens.
Happy Halloween. Da, 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 da.
Cord's coming not in Halloween costume, and then it'll change into the Halloween costume. Wait, did I update the Halloween costume? Is it still
By the
ouchie?
way, she has a thing to tell you.
No, we're good. Okay.
She had a discussion with, not Merlin, Shark, about the whole situation. They finally had that talk, and she's kind of... We'll see. I'll have that conversation with you. Anyway.
We'll have the conversation.
Girl drama. Yay.
Girl
Alright,
drama. Oh my
I'll
god.
see you guys there.
I'll see you guys there.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.